Hey guys, this is Press here, and today I have a very exciting new tip video on a bunch of new jumps and trick spots on these Warzone assault maps that I found by myself in the custom games. Now, I've spent hours by myself in these custom games just jumping around and trying to find these, and I actually have found a lot of really cool places. Now, I have also found a lot of cool places in the regular Warzone maps that I cannot believe no one has found since launch, but I will be saving those for a later time as I cannot be showing them. Overall, I am the first person to do a lot of these jumps, and these are going to be completely new things that you guys are going to be seeing, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to be starting this off on the map Prospect, and this is going to be one of the more like just absolutely insane spots that I can't believe no one has ever done before. Now, I'll even be guiding you guys through on how you want to do these. So, you're going to want to get on this rock. I missed one time, but then you're going to want to jump and clamber on this. There's a specific spot. You had to see that specific spot to clamber, and then you just want to keep on clambering up the rock, and you see that white rock there, you want to jump on that. Now, sometimes it's a bit finicky, and I always like ground pounding on it. It's a lot easier to get on it. And then you're going to look right there, clamber up, and then look at this. Look how insane that is. Look what you could do on that kind of spot on an assault map. That's just insane if you have defense. Now, it gets even better. I thought that was it until I walked over here and I see a light. I'm like, oh, okay. And you can ground pound on it. You can, do a lot of stuff to get on it, but I just want to take the safe route and just walk right on top of it. Now, I wanted to see if I could go over there, and then, I ground pounded back behind there, and look at this. Absolutely insane. If you had a carbine up here, you could just shoot, like the whole enemy team up here. And you also can run up here and take full-on cover where they cannot shoot you. They really cannot see you, so you can get your shields right there. You're absolutely, completely fine. Really nifty place right here. You can also jump down and you're good. Now this second spot is it's weird. It's unique, but you want this rock, you can just go right through. You can just go right through this rock, get over here on the other side of the fence. Keep on going around the fence. I mean, it seems pointless to be over here until I saw this rock. Like, you literally can hide over here. You literally can get in this rock and no one's going to see you here, and you can shoot through the fence. So, I mean, if you have the right kind of weapon, like maybe you're a sniper or like a Blood of Saban, you really could do a lot of damage right there. Now, you also can get out of this place, too. Like, I'll just show you. It's pretty simple just to get out. You just go right through the rock again. That's a pretty straightforward place. I've never seen anyone do that. Maybe someone's done that one before, but I don't think so. Now, this last place on Prospect is a highly useful and very interesting vantage point that defense could utilize. And it can be utilized both for defending the core and defending the garage. Now, once you clamber onto this rocks and onto this is a pretty good place by itself. But, right there I see another light bulb. So I'm going to jump, thrust over there, clamber onto it, clamber onto the rock, and here you go. Look how insane this vantage point is. Just imagine if you had a Blood of Saban, a Whiplash, a sniper, and you can even crouch right here, get a lot of cover. And it's a really great place. The only counter I could see to it is like a Banshee or something like that. But you can also jump down on this rock in a very unique way, as it's not going to make you fall off the map. Like, the barrier is going to save you. It's kind of crazy, but that sums up Prospect. Next, I'm going to move on to the map Array, and I'm going to start off with the more simpler jumps and move on to the more difficult ones. Now, this one's pretty easy, straightforward. You can just watch from my point of view. It's just a lot of clambers and a few thrusts, and basically, on one hand, it's not going to seem like that useful of a place to be. But on the other, if you're a defender, you're going to be able to get a lot of useful information if, like the other team, the attackers are bringing vehicles, power weapons, people, around to the army or the core room, and you're going to be able to slay people, and it's an overall good place to be a nuisance and to distract the other team and get good information for your team. Now, on this next one, it's a little bit more difficult. You're going to want to jump right here, and then crouch, get the mantle, and then get the mantle on the other rock. Then you're going to want to jump and thrust on the rock I'm shooting at. Once you get that, you jump up and get on the big rock, and then on your left is where you're going to want to go. Now, this is very useful for a defender because the attackers are going to spawn in the cave and on the beach on where I shoot, and you're going to be able to get the jump on them from up here, especially if you have a good power weapon. Okay, so this next jump I'm very proud of. I actually found it just today. Basically, you're going to want to jump on this palm tree, get a clamber right here, and then you're going to want to do the jump, stabilize, then the ground pound, and then thrust. And then jump up. So it requires a lot, but I like this jump a lot because look at this. Once you get out of the kill boundary, you can see so many places on the armory, and no one's ever really been right here. No one would expect it. Especially if you have a whiplash right here, you know, it's just a crazy place. And you can even go all the way right here if you wanted to. It's not that useful right there, but that's if you want to get more cover and stay up here. Now this jump is very difficult to pull off, but could be very useful in a real game. Now I'm going to move on to the map Temple, and I'm going to show you a lot of these very like simple places on all four corners of the temple that no one has ever utilized, and I think very few people know about. Now, I'm shooting places of where you can go, and I will also show you like where there's no 10-second countdown and just high vantage places you can get on this. Actually, like I can't believe I've never seen anyone go over here and do these. They're quite insanely good, especially like right here if you had like a whiplash or a blooded saban or a sniper. Now each of the four corners, they're gonna have a very different place. Like they're all different. They're not nearly like this one. So here I'm gonna show you the second one now. Now the second one actually has some offensive. Like you could use this on offense right here to spawn kill a bit. It'd be very useful for attackers. Now next, I'm going to transition to a lot of places that you're going to see camos and people hide on Temple, and it's quite insane, but I'll start shooting them, you know, like we all know these simple places that I'm shooting, like, yeah, I'll even show you how you get onto one of them, but we all know these simple places where a camo just hides and contests the Temple, and it's really stupid, you know, like it's why defense has such a huge advantage on it. Basically, they're just all over the place, but I have one that I haven't seen anyone use, and it is very OP. Imagine if you had a Prophet's Bane in this place, but it's pretty simple to get into also. You just jump on this, jump over here, and then, you know, you just really thrust into it, and look at that. I've never seen anyone do that, and that is insane with a camo right here. Now next, I'm going to move on to a third of the, like here's the third one of the corners. They're all really useful. Most of them just give such an advantage to defense. It's insane. Like, defense already has the biggest advantage on this map. This is going to be the fourth one. This one's a bit harder to get onto. It usually does take me, you know, 2 or 3 tries to get onto it. Look at that though. Like that's just insane what you could do in this one. You can even go on the other side too. It's not, you don't really want to. It's kind of useless to go over here, but you can if you want. Now I'm going to go over one of the few and very rare attacker vantage points that I think they could use against the defenders, and the reason because of this is a high ground place right above their spawn, and I think if you had a whiplash or a blood of Saban right here, you could just pick them up on the spawn and you could really help your team cap Temple. Now lastly, I'm going to add on to a jump that Synexon and a few other YouTubers have shown, and basically this is going to be a thrust, stabilize, ground pound, and then thrust again onto this metal tube thing. And then you can also do this, what I'm about to do, on both sides, and I think this could be a really good vantage point for if you're on defense. You might even be able to see the enemy spawn right literally under you. Like, you really could. Like, look at this. But that really does sum up the video of all these tricks and jump spots on Assault, and I really do think I found most of these by myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed them, and I will see you guys in my next video.